Nicole here with Job Hunt Solutions, and in today's video we're going to look at how to deal with rejection during the job search journey. Now, as we all know, looking for a job is a full-time job, and it's a grind, and it can get really frustrating over time, especially if you're not getting any feedback on your applications, or if you're getting rejection letters, or just not moving forward and moving along in the job search process. Dealing with these feelings of frustration can get really difficult from time to time. And the first thing you should do is acknowledge those feelings and just kind of see where that's coming from. Sometimes the mere process of looking for a job can just be so exhausting that it might seem impossible to even just keep yourself motivated to move forward. But taking a look and a deep dive into what it is that you're feeling, it might help you process that a little bit better. If you find that it's not really helping a great deal, I'm not a clinician. For some people it can get really depressing, and I would recommend speaking with somebody if you do feel that it's sort of maybe getting a little bit more than you can handle. But hopefully well before it gets to that point, you'll be able to look at step number 2, which is try to put things into perspective. And by this I mean just to recognize that it's not personal. Your application not moving forward in a job search is usually has very little to do with you as a person, and just more with the needs of the employer. And there's lots of competition out there. It is really difficult out there. So again, this would not be personal, so really putting that perspective on it. From there, the next thing is to really try to be objective about where maybe some of the issues might be. Try to recognize patterns of where you seem to drop off in the recruitment process. By doing this, you might be able to trigger or pinpoint rather where there might be some issues that you're having. So as an example, if you can't seem to just get past the job application stage and get invited to the interview, you might want to take a look at your resume just to see if it actually matches the jobs, or maybe you need to tailor it more. Alternately, it could be that you're not applying to the right jobs for you. In a previous video, which you can find right about here, I talk about how to determine what role is right for you. So that might help as well. But if you're, say, a new grad and you're applying to a senior manager level role, then right off the bat, that's not going to be a match. So just make sure that you are applying to roles that are aligned with your background and your experience and your interest level. And of course, if you find that you're getting through to the interviews, but not really progressing far along in the interviews, or you're getting to the end and you're sort of the bridesmaid, never the bride, you may need to hone in on your interview skills. Sometimes what happens is, as we're getting frustrated with the job search journey and we're not making any progress, sometimes that comes across in the interview itself. And although it may be between you and another person and they're splitting hairs, that might actually make the difference, because your attitude may actually come through with a little bit of either an air of desperation or just a little bit of a lack of confidence. The next thing you can do is ask for feedback. So as a best practice, you should be sending follow-up or thank you letters after your interviews. If you've found out that you are not going to be moving forward in the interview process, it's okay to ask the interviewer for some feedback, for constructive feedback on how you might be able to perform better. Although this information might be really difficult to hear, it will help you in the end. And also, it will really highlight to the employer that you are committed to self-development and self-improvement. This will certainly help you stand out among the other candidates and potentially have you on the top of the list for the next round of hiring that they're doing. And finally, it's really important to find and seek out some of your positive outlets. So whether that is speaking with friends, mentors, former colleagues, anybody who can help keep your spirits up and keep you positive through your job search journey. Volunteering is another great way where, as you're contributing to your community through different organizations and different things that you can be involved with, that will certainly help to boost your spirits. And finally, exercise. There's countless studies that show how getting your blood pumping, and even if you're getting outside in the fresh air, how that actually helps to clear your mind and releases endorphins, which helps you feel happier and better about things. So going to the gym isn't for everybody, so even if it is, going for a walk or walking your dog, cycling, swimming, whatever sort of works for you, but just getting out there, getting the blood pumping, and not being too sedentary. As the final thought, I've mentioned this before in previous videos, it's really important as well not to get too focused on one job opportunity. Sometimes what happens, as the saying goes, we'll tend to put all of our eggs in one basket. So if we see a role that we are really keen about and feel that we would be an excellent fit for, and it falls through for whatever reason, especially if we haven't made any backup plans or if we've stopped our job search in favor of this role, we can find ourselves with nothing, no fallback plan, no plan B, and we're starting from scratch. So just be sure that until you actually have an offer in hand, you keep your job search alive to avoid any delays in the process. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any other advice, please do feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you have any video ideas, questions, or would like to collaborate with me, I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free. You can reach me on email, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever works for you. Of course, for personalized advice, come on over to my website. I'd be happy to help. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, happy hunting.